Hi everyone, I'm Nate Draconator, and today I have the Monster High Ghoul's Beast Pet, Cleo De Nile, and this is actually from the Reboot line. I had to double check because I was pretty sure, but I don't actually own any Cleos from the original, so I couldn't be sure offhand. Like, the eyes are definitely pretty telling, but um, I saw this at 5 and below, and I had to choose between her and Laguna, and I picked her because she's got a cute Sphinx cat, and I love cats, and also I love the look of this little Sphinx cat. It's a really nice little plastic toy. So I bought Cleo. Also, I didn't have a Cleo, and I already did have a Laguna, so I went with this one. I really want to get all of the main six, but I don't have them all yet. I've really been into Monster Highs lately. I got my first one and it was just like, wow, these are great. I really like them. I'm gonna have to get more now. So I was really happy when I saw this one. I think it might be my first Reboot line. And I've heard a lot of people say they really didn't like the Reboot line. So I'm going into this as someone who hasn't ever actually held an original Cleo in their hands, and I don't really have anything to compare it to other than my other Monster Highs. So I guess we'll see how that perspective works out. I'm just really excited to have a new doll and a new cat. So see how we do. What we got on here. I can see we have the new kind of line thing. How do you boo? Which I think is kind of disappointing. I'm pretty sure the original line thing for Monster High was like, be yourself, be unique, be a monster. So how do you boo as a sort of generic pun seems kind of really disappointing to me. It doesn't seem very inspirational to young girls or anything. So, I mean, I think that's really disappointing to see. First off, the art for her and the cat looks really nice actually on the box. I think that looks fine. The cat has sort of like a weird tail that's coming out of the top of its butt, which I think is kind of weird to look at, and I don't want to look at it for too long. I find it a little unsettling. But I think the rest of the art is okay. I don't really have a problem with it. I know a lot of people have said that they don't like the new eyes and things because they look a lot younger. I mean, I don't really have a huge problem with that. They are supposed to be like freshmen or teenagers, so I don't really have a problem with them looking a little bit younger. I do think that they also look a little bit less detailed than some of the other dolls I have, and that's a problem. But maybe not the younger thing. I mean, I get they're monsters, but come on. Cleo De Nile, daughter of the mummy. How do I boo? I rule. I am a natural leader. Whatever I wrap my mind to do, I always come out on top of the pyramid. Personal style. I wear only the finest fashions and exotic jewelry befitting of a true Egyptian princess, but that doesn't mean I don't like to keep it real. Monster quirk. The dark. Yes, I'm a monster who's afraid of the dark. Get over it. You try being locked in a tomb for millennia. There was a time when monsters unlived in hiding because they feared being different, but then the ghouls met and they understood that it's awesome to be different. So they created a school where all monsters are welcome, all uniqueness is celebrated, and where everyone can boo. I don't know what that means. I thought this was a pun on how do you do, and where everyone can do. I mean, I guess that works, but it seems a little weird. I don't know what boo is supposed to mean here. What's unique about you is how you boo. I don't get it. I feel like they're trying to make this sound like it means something, but they're using a nice generic line that doesn't mean anything so that they can slap it on stuff and make less of a statement and I guess stir less of the pot. I don't know. It feels very kind of flat and lame to me. So I can see the Laguna that I passed up is also available here. I like her little turtle. I love her dress. I really wanted her because she's got this super cute dress, and I love teal and blue as a color scheme. I think it's, or teal and red as a color scheme. I just think it's gorgeous. But I passed her up because I didn't have a Cleo yet, and also because she has a cat. I love that. I love that kitty. I'll get her one day, I'm sure. But alright. We can try and pop her open. Now, I want to try not to hurt her box. Yeah, let's get right up in there. And not get a paper cut. That would be fantastic. I need my thumbs to do things. Oh boy. Pop that one. Cool. Alright. Yeah, the bottom doesn't want to come out. That's fine, that's fine. So she's got a couple of ties here. Let's count them. That's one down by her ankle, one down by her 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, her hair is there. I hope I didn't cut that. Oh jeez. I think it's okay. I think I missed it. And she's got a ton on her hair. Jeez Louise, how am I supposed to get this out of here? You know, kids open these boxes. Ugh. I guess parents are only the ones that open the boxes, huh? Wow, I mangled that sentence. I guess they're really pushing for only parents to have access to opening boxes. What am I missing? Oh, there's another one. Man. Oh, great. She's got one in the back of her head. I love those. Basically the worst. She has like a ton of ties holding her in. I'm gonna set her down for now, and we're gonna get our little kitty cat out. I wonder if this cat has a name. It didn't say so anywhere on the box. It said Ghoul's beast pet, and that's it. I mean, I get the cat is her beast pet, and, you know, I love puns, especially in doll lines. Like, I love the My Little Pony puns. I think they're all great, you know? Like Trottingham and Manhattan and stuff like that. I think those are great. And I think a lot of the Monster High ones are really, really good. They're really on point in those films with really solid quality monster-themed puns. Sometimes I do think that they can fall a little flat, though. I think Ghoul's Beast Pet is not great. Beast Pet, I mean, Beach Beasties. I don't like Beast as best. I don't like it. I don't think it's great. But, you know, I guess that's just me. Yeah, I don't think I snipped her hair. Thank God. Whew, I was a little worried there. Okay. So here's Cleo De Nile from the Reboot line. Now, I really like about Monster High is that they all have very unique kind of bodies that have been sculpted and stuff. I'm noticing immediately that she's very, very stiff. It's a little bit hard to kind of pose her. She holds these poses really well. I've got my Draculaura over here, and she moves pretty freely. She holds things well, but it's really easy to move her. Cleo is like stiff. I can feel it. It doesn't want to go. Oh my gosh. Wow, her legs really don't want to bend. I don't want to bend them because it feels like I'm gonna break it. It's just not like going. It's pretty bad. I feel like I'm hurting it. Like, whew. Yeah. This leg's not great. It's not great at all. Like, I definitely feel like the peg is breaking there actually a little bit. So that's not great construction immediately. That's a problem. Maybe maybe the stickiness will wear down with time, but I don't know. I don't like it. Her head moves really well. It's got a lot of mobility there. So that's really nice. Nice and squishy on the front, kind of hard on the back. There's a lot of glue in there. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I don't like it. It's not rock hard, which is nice, but it's harder than I kind of prefer my doll heads to be. So that's unfortunate. I think her face is nice. I like her nice dark lipstick. I don't like that sort of upturn that the lipstick has on the face because it doesn't match with the actual mouth, and I don't like looking at that. It looks kind of weird to me when the shape of the corner of the lipstick doesn't match. Her eyes look a little bit generic to me. Wow, there's so much gel to maintain this shape up here. These are rock hard bangs. I like her eyes, but they do feel a little generic. Like, I look at my Draculaura's, and it's got a lot of design there, and it's sort of like fashionista and dramatic and stuff. Um, and these just sort of look like eyes, just anime eyes, I guess. It's a little bit bland. She's got a good profile, though, I suppose. But again, a little bland. A lot of the other Monster High dolls that I've had have had much more striking profiles. Um, a lot more molding, especially around the eyes. These eyes are very sort of flat, compared to a lot of my older dolls, sort of dimpled eyes, I guess. They're cut into the plastic a lot more. So she feels a little bit generic and flat in a lot of ways. Not terrible, definitely better than some of the dollar store dolls that I've bought, but I feel like there's definitely room for improvement here. Um, I am pulling hair out, and I was worried I might have snipped it, but I would have only have snipped a little bit. This much hair has fallen out. This is kind of a lot. I I I would have only have snipped like I would have snipped that much hair if I had hit it with the scissors. This is falling out. This is a lot of hair to fall out when you open a doll. Hang on. Yep, even more. The more I run my hands through her hair, the more just falls out in my hands. This is ridiculous. Why is there so much hair here? This is this is a lot of hair. I don't like this. That's a problem. That's another problem immediately I'm noticing. And I'm trying to be fair to this doll. Like, I know people don't like them. I'm trying to be nice. I like these shoes. They've got little sphinx cats, little hairless cats down there. They're all gold, so they're just one color, but they are gold, so it's okay. They're sort of a soft plastic, and they just sort of slip off really easily. They're really, really detailed, and that's the thing. I'm not alone in loving Monster High shoes. They're very detailed. They're made for the character exactly, and they look fantastic. She does have fashion feet, so she cannot stand on her own, unfortunately, but most dolls can't. But I'm going to continue to say that's a problem every single time because it is. I really, really, really want dolls with flat feet one day that can stand on their own and don't need high heels. Would love that. I like her dress. It's pretty simple. Um, but it's got nice colors and a nice print and a nice little ribbon thing going around. And it's very Cleo. You know, it matches her demeanor and her personality and her monsterdom and everything. So that works. She's also got this little gold bangle on. I think that's really nice. It doesn't slip off. You'd have to take our hand off to take it off. Uh, but it's nice and jingly jangly and bangly, and I'm a fan. It looks nice. It's got a lot of detail. Looks like this has a Velcro at the back. Yep. Going all the way down to her butt. And then this just sort of slips off over the shoulder. And wow, can we get this over these shoes? Or am I going to have to take off her shoes too? Nope. Alright. Alright, here's her body type, and she is covered in bandages because she is, a mummy, so that makes sense. She's got one arm that doesn't have bandages, and then one leg that doesn't have bandages, which is, I suppose, really interesting. Something I really am kind of weirded out with Cleo dolls is that her bandages are the exact same color as her skin, which is kind of creepy to me. Like, that's a little bit weird. I would prefer if they were like a different shade of brown. I mean, I get that they're old, but they should be a slightly different shade. It's sort of weird that her flesh it doesn't really look like bandages. It looks sort of like lumpy flesh. And I don't know. I mean, I know she's a monster and I shouldn't be critiquing her looking kind of uncomfortable or scary, but what's up with the lumpy flesh? It seems like an odd decision to me. It seems very strange. I mean, I don't know. I love Cleo. I think she's wonderful. She's got a nice design. She's got really good colors. But something about the bandages, like, I like the bandages. The bandage is not the problem. I just wish, like, I just wish they were a slightly different shade or something. Maybe that her skin was a little bit darker. I don't like give me like this arm and then this leg and then her face, just a slightly darker plastic. Something about this. It's just sort of strange to me. Um I mean, otherwise I guess she's fine. Her hip seems to move okay, I guess. It's not a lot actually. Yeah, look at this. That goes all the way out there and then that only goes out to there. That that's pretty different. She has a much smaller range of motion. Like, her body is definitely like it has less of an extreme curve, so I'm told. That looks pretty similar to me. But no, she's definitely a little bit thicker. She's definitely thicker, and it is a little less curved, I think. Not a whole lot, but a little less. And I do like that. Like, I like the shape of it. I like that she's a little bit thicker. I think dolls should be thicker. This articulation's not great, and it's not getting easier. It's still really hard to move her. It doesn't feel as well made as some of the other ones, and a lot of the Monster High dolls were super well made, which is why I really liked them. I do really like that her neck isn't dipped as much. The old dolls, their necks go straight forward, and they have a little hunch. She is just sort of straight up, and I actually really love that. I think it looks way better. Um, yeah, so I guess there's that. She's got some copyright data on her lower back. She's not wearing panties because she's covered in bandages. Which is certainly interesting. It's got a really nice texture. I like kind of running my finger up her leg here. It feels really good. Um, Take a look at her dress. It's just sort of like a tube kind of a thing with one strap that goes up around her shoulder. Um, but it's got an interesting pattern. I think those are little kind of Sphinx cat looking things with little collars, some lots of blues and purples and golds. It's very her color style. It's a nice dress, but it's super duper simple. We've also got. Why does this have a rubber band on it? Our little Sphinx cat. Or, oh golly, what are these called? You know, it actually doesn't say what kind of animal this is on the box. I just know that this is a Sphinx cat. No, it's not a Sphinx. An Egyptian Mao. This is an Egyptian Mao. I had to think for a second. I'm a dummy. Sphinx cats are the hairless ones, and they're actually not from Egypt. They're from America. They just sort of, I guess, kind of thought they looked like the Great Sphinx because they're hairless. I don't really see the resemblance. I think that's wild. But this is based on Egyptian Mao, which is an actual Egyptian cat. And I appreciate that. I think it looks really nice. It's got very cute little spots. I think one spot is blurry right there. I can't tell if that's like a blur or if it's on purpose, like it's a mark, you know? I'm gonna have to look up photos of other people's. It's very shiny plastic, but I'm okay with that. It's got a little collar here that I can clearly take off. It's got very nice detailed eyes though. And very cute little ears and neat little itty bitty fangs. I like a lot about this. I love this cat. I think it's really nice. It's really cute. It's really well made, I guess. I think it's PVC. Really into it, you know? I want her to love her new pet. I know they all have pets, and I googled hers on Wikipedia, and I saw that her old pet was a snake that her boyfriend, who's a Gorgon, gave her, like from his mother. And I thought that was really cute, and it really worked. I also like the Mao. It really works because she's from Egypt. I don't know. I kind of like the snake, but I also just really, really love this little cat because I love little animal toys. And I love how this cute cat works and looks. I just think it's super great. It also came with a gold dish to drink out of, and this dish has lots of little markings on it, and it's super detailed. It's got little hieroglyphics and stuff. You know, it's a rich person's water dish, and I love that. I think it's super cute. So that is going to be Cleo De Nile, Ghoul's Beast Pet version, with her little Egyptian Mao. And for final thoughts, I think this is still a good toy. I would still buy this, but I think that to keep the line going, they've had to make some serious cuts to try to save money. And I think, while aesthetically, I like this body a lot more than the old body. I like the shape, I like the curve. it's not working. I don't know if maybe it's just this particular doll has a problem or something, but her leg was already like trying to break in my hand. I could tell the peg was bending and not the joint, and that's a huge problem. And then also her joints are all stiff and not warming up. And her head is kind of hard, and the face is, well, a lot of people have called it more generic, and I think they're right. I still like it. It's still better than a lot of other dolls. I still kind of prefer it to a lot of dolls because I like the wider shape and the less realistic stylization, but also more detail that they've got. But I like a lot of the older ones more because they had more detail and more of the parts that I really liked. And I think that is unfortunate, but I don't think that it's like ruined the line for me. I still like this doll. I'm still glad I bought it. But I was a little disappointed by a few things that I saw. I have no problems with the cat. I think the cat is perfect. Even if those are paint defects, I love it. I love the cat. The cat is my new best friend. Um, so all in all, I still think this is a really good doll, and I think the aesthetics of it are better. Well, maybe not the face. I like the older faces better too, but the aesthetics of the body are better. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it's still worth the money I'm paying for it. So while I might critique some things, I still enjoy it, and I'm still glad I bought it, and I think that's kind of what's important. So that's going to be my review, and if you enjoyed this video, you can leave it a like or subscribe to my channel to see more content like this, and I hope you have a really great day. See you later!